This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your online presence. Welcome back. Today we're doing an LA haul. I feel like my outfit's a bit weird today. I feel like it's kind of giving Ryan from High School Musical and then like London Tipton, because I swear she wore this kind of look once. My sister and I went to LA a few weeks ago to go and visit my dad. I will link the vlog on screen that we did when it was me, when we were there, because I'm editing it right now and I think it's going to be one of my favourite vlogs I've ever done in like every way possible. So if you haven't watched that already, go and check it out. I didn't go crazy, which I think is a good thing, but I did still end up spending a lot of money. But I just I didn't go overboard. The suitcase was already packed, so I'm very happy that I've only got like a small number of pieces, but I love these pieces so much and I'm really excited to share with you what I picked up. And there is one particular piece that I'm not going to show until like halfway because it's so good, and I hope you're all gonna die with me for the fact that I managed to find this. The first things are the only thrifted pieces. I picked these up from Buffalo Exchange. I've been to Buffalo Exchange before in New York and I think it's great. It can be overpicked and like sometimes you can get really good stuff and sometimes you do just find like fast fashion stuff. I think it's just very aligned with like British charity shops. That's the vibe that I kind of get, like you can get a gem. The first thing is something that I'm so in love with right now, which is camo and waffle print. I love this style of top. I feel like they're such a classic. They're like an army basic sort of like style. I have a couple waffle knits like this, but not in camo and not with the buttons down the neckline, which I think is really nice. The brand is Faded Glory if you want to try and find a similar one. It's also a little bit beat up, like it's got beat up, I mean it's got moth holes, that's what I'm trying to say. And you can tell, you know, she's been through the wash a few times, but I think with a thing like this, like when it's a little bit faded, it makes it even better. Next thing that I got from Buffalo Exchange, very different to that, and I think it just shows how different my style is. This gorgeous white shirt, it's originally from H&M, which always upsets me so much when I find something I love and it's like just a classic fast fashion brand. I'm like, no, come on, just be true vintage, please. But I tried it on and I just love the fit of it so much. It's really interesting because it's got like a fully open back that is just done up by a couple buttons on the neckline, which I think is really nice detail, and that can be fun with what you lay underneath. Maybe you have like a gorgeous bralette or something showing, very lacy, or you put it over silk slip dresses, or you even like wear it back to front and use it as layering. I don't know, possibilities, maybe. I love the flared sleeves with like the tie at the end. I think it's really gorgeous, and the older I get, you know, I feel like you always need formal occasion pieces, even to the office as well. I think it's like a really good piece to have, and it's just a nice take on a classic white shirt. The last thing that I got from Buffalo Exchange is something that's been on my wish list for probably like 2 years now, and I have no idea why I didn't put it in my autumn wish list. It would have been so much more satisfying having found this, knowing that you guys would be like, yes, you've been hunting after this. But yeah, I found my dream oversized soft cardigan. I'm obsessed with this. The brand is Rough Los Angeles. It's so unbelievably soft. I wore it on the plane back from LA and it was just the comfiest thing. Like, I know it's gonna be such a good piece this autumn and winter. I can imagine wearing this on Christmas Day. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those. And I'm so happy that I found it. The only thing that I don't like is the buttons. I'm not really a massive fan of tortoiseshell buttons. I think they make stuff look a bit current and therefore in my eyes a bit cheap. I'm not going to put that statement out there because I'm sure there are tortoiseshell buttons on particular pieces that I would probably love, but for some reason on here I think it just reminds me that this is probably like a fast fashion brand's piece that came out a couple years ago, and that upsets me because I want it to be like a vintage cardigan. I don't know if that's a bit of a pretentious thing to say, but if you have any ideas on different buttons that are also round that kind of blend into this, that I can look into, please do let me know in the comments down below. I feel like the buttons aren't even that noticeable, so I just need to get a grip. The next thing is by far my favourite thing I've bought, maybe this year. Honestly, maybe this year. And again, it's something that I wish I have spoken about more on the channel. I definitely did speak about this particular piece on a previous wish list, and that is something from Meow. They're one of my favourite brands. They're based in LA. I've been obsessed with them for years and years. I think back when I was in school or something, I found them and I've just always been in love with their pieces, especially their corsets. They do this particular silhouette of corset in a bunch of different fabrics and patterns, and they are stunning. They are like so classic, but they are so expensive, and with import tax, I think import is over £100 to get to the UK or something, so I'd be spending like upwards of £200 to £300 on a top, and I just cannot bring myself to do that. So I told myself when I go to LA, I'm gonna go and find a retailer that sells their pieces to try it on, and like, even if I don't buy it, I just wanna like be in a Meow corset. You know where this is going. Guys, I got a Meow corset. And they weirdly look really big off, don't they? It's kind of bizarre, but yeah, I got it. And this is the one that I've wanted for years. This one or the version in brown, like I was always torn between the two, and I couldn't find any retailers that sold them that were in the areas that we were going to, and I was like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. It was our last day, the day we were literally flying. My sister and I were on Abbot Kinney, and we saw this independent. I'll find their name and put it on screen, and they had some pieces by Meow, and I literally died when I saw this. It's stunning, I'm obsessed with it, and I wore it the other day to this Peachy Den event, and I was just loving my outfit. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it looked so good with this rose choker that I've got from this small brand by Sarah. I'll put her name on screen as well whilst we're at it. But I actually cannot believe that I've come back with a Meow corset. Like, I'm literally shook. I was already thinking I'm prepared to spend, what is it, $200 and something on this top. Let's just go for it. Like, we have the money, let's do it. Just don't think about it. And I get to the till and she's like, it's 30% off this weekend, the whole shop. What? It was like a sign from above telling me like, you have to get this corset. So yeah, I got it for like £145, I think, something like that. This is an absolute beauty, and I'm gonna treasure it forever. I'm obsessed with it, and it's definitely made me know that like, if I ever want to get another one of theirs in a different color, it's gonna be so worth it. And I'm just so happy that I came across that independent, and it was all meant to be. Do you know what I mean? Okay, next thing I got was actually from Golf Wang. Bit random. We were going to some shoe shops in the area for my sister, and we saw the golf shop. We were like, oh, let's go in. This will be interesting. It was the most bizarre experience I've ever had in a store. I don't think I touched on it in the vlog, and I don't know if I will maybe include a clip or not. It was so bizarre. You couldn't take pictures. I was like, okay, some shops have that, cool, whatever. You couldn't touch anything. They had folded stuff that you couldn't unfold, and then they had rails, which I think you could look at, but you couldn't take them off the hanger. Like, they'd be on the rail, like you couldn't take them off. Very weird. And then they had stuff that was folded, that was only folded. Like, it wasn't like, here's folded and here's it out. Some stuff just like, you couldn't see it fully. So my sister was like, oh, can I see that hoodie and that hoodie properly? And they were like, yeah, okay. They bring them out, and she was like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'm gonna try this on for sizing. And they were like, oh, no, you can't try it on. She's like, oh. And he's like, I can go get you one that you can try on, but it won't be that exact one. It will be the same fit and size, but in a different print. I just can't get you that one to try on. We were like, what? It was honestly the most bizarre thing, and the security guard was really on a power trip, and we left because we were like, this is the most hilarious store we've ever been in. Like, the whole energy, the vibe of the place, it was so weird. We leave, and then I realised I want to go buy something that I saw. We literally step out the shop, go around the corner, come back. So it was about 10 seconds. We come in, and the security guard's like, hey guys, have you ever been here before? And we were like, ha ha ha. This was an empty shop when we were in there. We were the only customers in there. There was like 6 of us in the store 10 seconds ago. And we're like, haha. He's like, and we're like, you are joking. We literally just left. You literally just said goodbye to us. And he's like, I see hundreds of people a day. I do not remember faces. We were like, okay. It was honestly an experience, but I came out with a beanie. You guys know I love a beanie. I actually didn't have a pink beanie before buying this. I kind of have regrets for not getting the baby blue one, because I also love baby blue, and now I think about it, it probably would have gone really nicely with the Meow corset. I think that would have been cute. But this is still really nice. It was $30, which I was really surprised about. I thought it was going to be more, and the quality is really good. It's also got the print in the inside as well, so yeah, you can just tell it's kind of made well. It's really cute, and it's got the L with the love heart, which I really like, and I never ever thought I'd be buying something from Golf. Here I am. The last 2 bits that I picked up in LA were both from the Adidas shop. I don't even know what to show you first. Okay, I'm going to show you the shoes. I did not think I was going to come out with a pair of shoes, but here I am. Adidas have been my favourite trainer brand this year for so many different reasons. And I fell in love with these in the store. They're the Circo Loco, I think is how you say it, collab. I love the gold details, and of course the red is making me want to get more red pieces and then do like a full red and black look. I think that'll be really nice. Yeah, I think they're gonna go with so much, and I'm really excited to keep on wearing these. Only worn them a couple times so far. The last thing that I got is something that's been on my wish list again for years, and that's a rain jacket. Nothing was working, and then I saw this one in the Adidas shop when I was buying those trainers. I'm really loving brown at the moment, and I didn't even think about getting a rain jacket in brown. I was only looking at like black or beige colorways. The fabric's also got a grid pattern on it, which I think is nice. Adds something different. It's got the hood, which is good too. That's also elasticated, so I feel like it just sits quite nicely. It's got pockets, and they're also zip pockets, which are handy, and it's also got the drawstring at the bottom, so I can wear it kind of cropped and bring it up with like baggy low-waisted jeans, or I can let it like fall slightly baggy. The size that I got, if you're interested, is a size extra small. It's from the men's section. I'm so happy that I got this, and it's finally started to be full-on rainy season here in England, so I'm so happy that I can finally wear this out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little haul. I think it's nice to split it up because I normally do like big hauls every few months when like I collect loads of stuff, but I think it's nice to separate them a little bit and show you like individual pieces. Subscribe and follow me on my social media if you don't already, and as always, I will see you in my next video.
Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. As I've mentioned Squarespace on the channel before, you'll all know how I've been building my website on Squarespace as part of both an online portfolio of my artwork and projects, as well as a CV for all future job applications. As I print my own clothes, I've been working on turning a section of my website into an online store for all my future drops. I've also been using the social media accounts tools available to display posts from my Instagram and create direct links to my other social media platforms to connect my audiences. Squarespace also allows you to create a community within your website through the integrated commenting system. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/SusieLola to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.